Hello, this is Saves the Balloon Sage, once again with a new tutorial. Today's lesson is a remake of one of my first videos in which I created a hat I saw for the first time when I was a little kid. I remember exactly what it looked like. I don't know why I waited so long to get into balloons, but I'm into it now, so that's all that matters. And as you can see, it's pretty obvious how I constructed it. You're going to need 6 different colored 260s, and then this is actually one balloon, believe it or not, and we make this first. So it's a very strange hat, but I really like it. People love it. It's always on my balloon menu. So grab whatever colors you want. You just need 7 altogether. Let's get started. Inflate all your balloons equally to, I'd say, 6 fingers a tail. And you're going to begin by creating the unique frame of this hat. And it looks something like this halo shape. Very strange, I know, but you connect the balloons into these slots here as they line up with each other, and that's how you create it. Begin with a, I'd say 4 finger to 5, maybe 5 finger bubble, just like that. And you're going to create 5 bubbles. I'd say maybe 2 fingers, 3 fingers, depending on the size of the person that you're making it for. 3. And really twist these, really twist them because you don't want them to come undone. That's 5, right, just like that. Now you're going to match this up. And then make 5 more bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the 5th one. At this point, you create your halo. I don't even know what to call this thing. I guess the arch halo hat. Or the arch hat. Deluxe arch hat. Speaking of deluxe, there's 2 versions of this. And the only difference is, on the deluxe version, we do tulip twists. And on the basic version for fast line work, you only make a bubble here instead. So, just depends on how much time you have. Now you've got your halo, but leave this extra piece on because it will help it retain its shape. Without it, this usually will come undone. Grab your first balloon, your first colored 260, and as I said before, make that tulip twist, because we're doing the deluxe version, naturally, on film. Okay, simple enough. You should know how to do that if you're watching my videos. And you have to pick a front and a back. To make it easy, just say that the extra piece is in the back. So begin in the front, tie your tulip twist through there, once around even is just fine, and make sure when you do it, that the tulip twist doesn't get sucked down and bent and messed up, because that can happen. Alright, here's the arch. Make your arch, and I would say the tail's obviously going to be here. 4 fingers on the bubble, maybe? Because you have to have enough to make the puff at the end, and still enough to have a retained balance here. Otherwise, if it, gets loose, then this happens. You do not want that. So, tie it through. But we will make the puff balls until the end. There it is. Grab your second balloon. In this case, it's going to be orange because we're doing the whole rainbow thing here. Ooh, tight there. Another tulip twist. Go back to the front. Back to the front. Tie it through, and here's an example of what not to do. You see how it's getting sucked down there? Make sure that tulip twist is even and that it's not bent in any way. Perfect. You want the twist center. Okay, another arch, another 4 finger bubble or so. And you can make this longer, you can make these really big. I just like them a little bit smaller because it keeps them from going every which way. Okay, and you're going to do the exact same thing with all 6 balloons. I'll do one more with you. Tulip, tie it in the front, 4 finger bubble in the back, and sometimes it gets a little tricky, a little confusing. Just make sure that these all line up just like that. So just tie it off, pop that off. Make sure this is just tied tightly, and you should be fine. Don't want that excess. I used to let go of it all the time, I forgot. Okay, cool. So the only thing left to do is the puff balls. There's a really easy technique for this. You twist it in half, and when you twist Well, you want to push the air, but if you just push the air like this, a lot of time it'll go in the middle. You don't want that. So instead, push it from here and then hold this very gently. Oh, and look at that, it's up at the top. I'll show you again. So twist, just like this. Okay? Grab this part, cover this part. There it is at the top. Perfect. Half. Sometimes it won't be perfect, but most of the time it's pretty good. Here it is, your deluxe balloon arch hat. Thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial. And of course, as I said before, just switch this to a bubble if you want to make it faster, and you can use any color scheme you want.